Pizza time!
Hi, my name is Cassie Reeves, and this is Snowball, and this is Token. Token's a little camera shy, and these are two miniature donkeys. Miniature donkeys are classified as a recovering breed. That means at one point in time they were considered endangered, which means that there's less than 10,000 donkeys in the world. Now there's anywhere from 10,000 to 15,000 miniature donkeys in the world.
The miniature donkey was nearly extinct due to the development of engines in their homeland, the islands of Sardinia and Sicily. During the 18th century, because of their small size, they turned grinding stones in peasant houses. In this picture of the donkey working, and the video of currently playing Beauty and the Beast, the donkey is walking in circles around and around a well for endless hours of the day cleaning laundry. And normally you'll see the donkey is blindfolded, attached to a grain mill working in endless circles also. They also used to carry water from village wells and supplies in the mountains for the shepherds. Today, the miniature donkey population is increasing ever since Dr. Robert Greene, pictured in the video, imported 6 Jeanettes and 1 Jack into the United States in 1929. Currently, there is about 10,000 miniature donkeys, which now classifies them as a recovering breed.
Miniature donkeys are considered easy keepers. As you can tell, this guy's a little plump, which means they have a very good feed efficiency. They can be kept on a dry lot with a good hay source, and that is all they need, besides water. The miniature donkey personality is very laid back and very loving. This makes them good therapy and companion animals. Also, the miniature donkey is very small compared to other large animals. Their average height is about 32 to 34 inches, with 36 inches being the tallest miniature donkey. So compared to larger large animals, they're very tiny, which helps them out if you are a very small farm or if you have not a lot of land. You can have 2 donkeys per 1 acre of land. Unlike a horse, where you can have 1 horse per every acre or 1.5 acres, depending on the size of the horse. Their small size also makes it more inviting for kids to come up and pet them and love on them, and for adults also, because not everyone wants to come up to a 17-hand huge horse and pet them out of the blue. These guys are a little bit more inviting, and they're a little bit more calmer, not as spooky as other animals for companionship and for therapy animals. The Maryland climate is one of the more ideal climates for these donkeys. Now, most people think of donkeys as desert animals, where they have very thin coats and they can't withstand the cold temperatures and all of that. Well, that is wrong for these guys. They have very, very thin coats during the summer, so they can withstand a really hot 115 weather-breaking weather during the summer. And they get 3 to 4 inches of hair during the winter, so they can withstand when our temperatures are below freezing and the high is only like 20. They're fine in that type of temperatures. They don't need to be blanketed, even though you can, unlike the horse. Miniature donkeys also live to about 50 years of age. Now that is a lot when you're talking about larger animals. They don't normally live past 20 if you're lucky. And in the therapy world, the average dog lasts between 6 and 10 years. So if you're using a therapy animal, you might want to look into a donkey. Instead of having to train an animal every 6 to 10 years, you just train one of these guys and you're good for 50. So this is a good option for a therapy animal, so that doesn't take all your time training the animal, just to have a few, like 5 or 6 years as a therapy animal, instead of 40 out of all those years. That's a lot more years you have for a therapy animal. And that's a lot more years that one animal can make an impact on a community. Miniature donkeys today. Today, most miniature donkeys are used to serve 4 purposes. First purpose, companionship. Second would be educational purposes. So like maybe you have a donkey at school, like we do, or a petting zoo, or just zoos in general where kids can just come up and just pet the donkey, and you have a zookeeper there and they ask questions back and forth, like how old is this donkey, or what does the donkey eat? They also are used for showing. You can show a donkey, yeah, just like horse shows show a donkey. And they are still used for work in some cultures, in some poverty-stricken countries. Now, most of the work that they're used nowadays are pulling carts, because they can pull more than the miniature horse. These guys can pull about 200 pounds, where a miniature horse can pull about 150 safely. They're used for plows out in the field. And you can also see them for the reenactments. I would still consider that work, because they're still working to move that grind along the mill, even though the mill's not making anything. It's still showing that donkeys did that at some point, and the donkey still has to work to move that grind. Also, like I said, these guys are used as therapy animals in hospitals to cheer up little kids and even adults. Donkey milk. Have you guys ever thought of milking a donkey? I bet not. I didn't even know people who drank donkey milk. And donkey milk is very nutritional. It's almost better than a cow's in the long run. It's anti-inflammatory, for one thing. It is high in a lot of vitamins and trace minerals, such as copper, iron, zinc, vitamin C, D, E, and B6 and B12. It is also hyperallergenic, so the people that can't drink a cow's milk because they are allergic to it, they can drink a donkey's milk, which is pretty neat. A donkey's milk has also less total fat than a cow's milk. Today, there are various studies about donkey milk and the effects on our health. There is one study by the National Institute of Medicine that claim that drinking donkey milk has the potential to dilute your blood cells and can prevent the hardening of your arteries, which is very good. Also, by drinking donkey milk regularly, it enhances your immune system. So you get sick less, which is also really good because none of us like feeling sick all the time. That's all I got. So why don't you go grab yourself a cup of donkey milk and get yourself a mini donkey. Because don't you just love them? They're also very cute.
Come on now, it's time to get up and dance the donkey dance.
D-O-N-K-E-Y-Y-Y-Y.
I can dance if I want to. I can shake my donkey behind.
Like this.
I got junk in my trunk to groove with the funk, and I'm having a real good time. Let's kick it. You can dance if you want to. First you shake your hairy ass. Put one hand on your hip and then do a dip and move it like you just don't care. I can dance. You can dance. Everybody donkey dance. Woo! Now that's the catchy tune.